and welcome to another Mindfulness Mondays with your sister, Summer Solstice. Deep cleansing breath. Welcome once again to everyone that has tuned in for all of the weeks, and welcome to all of the newcomers for this week. Mindfulness Mondays. What is it, you say? Mindfulness is being self-aware of your thoughts, your energy, your mannerisms, your body language, of everything that is you moment by moment. Whew! How does everyone feel after this lovely blue moon that we had this weekend? Whew, is all I can say to that. It was a lot of energy, and all those that are really tuned in to the phases of Mother Moon, it was a lot. I went through a lot this week, and a lot of us can actually feel that energy like days ahead of when the actual moon is actually full. So I had so many people that was DMing me like, whew, are you experiencing this? What are you feeling? What are your thoughts during this time? What rituals are you doing? You know, what's going on? And I'm just like, a lot. I need to meditate. So I was doing a lot of meditation this week, a lot of introspection, a lot of reflection. Man, and I tell you, I was being, what was last week? Flexible. And I really had to be this week. I had to be oh so uber flexible, and I just had to flow. Whatever came to me, I just was like, okay, that's coming to me for a reason. Let's go within. Let's figure it out, you know? So, whew. Well, before we dive all the way into it really deep, you know what I always like to do? I like to take some moments and let's just do some cleansing breath. I know some of you guys are actually on your lunchtime because some of you are still out there in the working world. So we're going to just take 3 cleansing breaths. And so we're going to inhale and hold it, you know, for a few seconds, and then we're just going to exhale. Okay, so wherever you are, if you can sit and put your feet on the floor, do so. And I just want you to clear your mind for a second and just take some little breaths. Just clearing your mind and relaxing. Letting go of all of last week. Letting go of whatever has even started today. Anything that has come across you that was, that you had to be mindful of. And that made you feel the opposite of what you wanted to feel. So we're just going to sit for a minute, and now we're going to breathe in, and always breathing in that wonderful, beautiful golden light of relaxation and wonderfulness and beautifulness. You're going to breathe it in and hold it for like a few seconds, and when it's comfortable, just exhale through the mouth. And when you're exhaling, I want you to exhale all the things of the day that is already, like I said, maybe slightly disturbed you, or anything that you want to get rid of in this moment. Exhale that out. But I want you to inhale everything that is beautiful and pleasant to you. Inhale, filling up the belly, and then filling up the chest and the lungs, and then hold it, and then exhale it on out. And inhale again, filling up that diaphragm, that belly, and then filling up the chest. Holding it, and one big long exhale. Ooh. Whew. Feeling better. Yes. I hope you do. Because I know I've been feeling like light and airy when I do these breathing exercises. So, let's dive in. What was last week's self-mastery tool? It was flexibility. Yes. Were you flexible last week? Were you just going with the flow? Were you understanding that whatever was coming to you was for your good, and it was to open up that part of you, or maybe something that you needed to recognize, things that you needed to completely detach from, things that you needed to let go of altogether. You know, like it does not exist, because that's what people don't really understand about healing. And I just want you guys to know, I did find the book, The Science of Mind, which I was telling you about last week, that you really need to go out and purchase. And I'm going to read you a little passage from it about healing, because many of us are experiencing a lot of ailments and diseases. And you know what I tell people, I don't know if you understand what a disease is in the body. It is a dis-ease in the body. So meaning that there is something that is uneasy, which is usually in your thought patterns, that is causing what is happening. Your body is just responding to the thoughts in which you're focusing on. So we're going to get into that, and I'm actually going to read you a passage, so I'm excited about that. But going back to last week's flexibility, and for all those that are just tuning in, as I always say, if you miss this video, you can always go back and watch it on Inglewood Virtual Recreation, or you can head on over to my YouTube channel, Summer Solstice, SUMER SOULSTICE. Please like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Need you guys support. And if you have enjoyed this open public session, but you also need a little bit more private, and you like, sister, I need you to help me with a little bit more. I got some other things that I need to handle and peel back those layers. You can head on over to my website, www.summersolstice.com, and hit the services button, and you will see empowerment and inspire sessions, and you can sign up for one of those, and I will definitely help you to get rid of all those negative thoughts, negative ideas, and all those things that no longer serve you, so that you can manifest all that you desire in your life. So getting back to last week was flexibility. And it reads, and don't forget to have your pen and pad on the side so that you can write all these things down, so that throughout the week you can reference them and go back and see what your tool is and what you need to be mindful of. Last week it was, I let myself flow with situations. As a master, I am not flustered or stressed by difficulties. I let everything go, passing through me like water through my fingers. So that's what we were supposed to be focusing on last week, just letting everything go, letting everything pass through you. Whatever you drew to yourself during the week, just be like, okay, this is here to show me something. All these triggers, that you were being triggered by. Again, it is just letting you know what you need to still work on, because no one should be able to bring you to anger or sadness or depression or any of those things when you know who you are, and you have worked on your state of mind. Because the only reason why we're triggered by people in any way is because we still have leftover stuff that's still resonating, that we have either repressed or suppressed and have not dealt with, and then we draw these people to us to show us that they still in there. Again, I had that video when I was talking about pointing those fingers, and people be like, he did this, she did that, and that. And I'm like, you got those three little fingers pointing back at you, so you have to be mindful. Those people are just there to show you what are the things that you still need to work on and that you still need to heal. So be mindful of that. So that was flexibility for last week. And I know what else I wanted to say. Soul Tribe. Where are those jars? Where are those jars of pennies for your negative thoughts? I still have not received yet a picture of someone's jar so that I can send you your free gift. We were supposed to, I think it was 2 weeks ago now? You were supposed to be putting pennies in a jar every time you had a negative thought, so that you can be mindful and aware of the types of thoughts that you're having and how many negative thoughts that you're having. Because if you don't really have an awareness of it, you're not going to know that, okay, this is something I really need to work on. Wow, I had 100, negative thoughts, this week. So again, it's a great thing. It's a great tool and activity so that you can be mindful of your thoughts. So send me a picture of those jaws so I can see those pennies, and I can send you your free gift. So last week I also mentioned a book that I suggest for you guys to get. It's The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And again, this book was not given to me, but suggested that I get from Brother Poppy. Love Poppy. Studied under him, and he introduced me to this book, and grateful for him for that. So, The Science of Mind, and it's by Ernest Holmes. And I'm just going to read you a passage because, like I said, it's so many of us that are dealing with, diseases and ailments at this particular time. And I just wanted to read you something about not being limited by principle, which is what most people stand on, or the norm of how most people, their ways of being or thinking. So I just want to read you this passage that is actually about healing specifically. And it says, realizing that conscious thought operates through a power which is infinite, we see that there can be no limit to the power to heal, other than the limit of our ability to conceive that power as healing. We are limited not by principle, but by our ability to conceive perfection. Our thought can bring out a condition as perfect as we can conceive. Therefore, the man whose thought is the most godlike will be the best healer. That is why we cannot divorce true mental healing from true spiritual work. The man whose thought is the most godlike, i.e., the truest, the highest, the most noble, the most complete, the most peaceful, will be the best healer because his thought reflects a greater perfection. When thought reaches a higher degree of perfection, it will bring out a still greater development, i.e., as the race consciousness unfolds and evolves. What is that saying? We have to understand that our thoughts create our reality. And when we understand that we can draw from an infinite power, an infinite source of healing, that there can be no disease, there can be no ailment. It does not exist. It only exists once the thought is placed in our mind that we can conceive it. Understand? Greetings for all those that are watching. Greetings of peace. I was just reading a passage from, again, The Science of Mind. Excellent book. If you want to, get your mind right, this is the book to get. And it breaks down so many aspects, and the aha moments and the realizations that you will conceive from this book is excellent. So, going back to the passage, so the first line is actually most powerful. Realizing that conscious thought operates through a power which is infinite. A power which is infinite. There is an infinite, again, power and source that we draw upon, whether you reverence it as God, the absolute, the all, the almighty, the unlimited, the ultimate love. However you reference it, it is an infinite power. It is an infinite energy. So we see that there can be no limit. There can be no limit to the power to heal other than the limit of our ability to conceive that power as healing. I need you guys to I really want you to really get that, really tune into the words that it's saying. We see that there can be no limit to the power of healing. Why? Because again, we draw from an infinite source of power, an infinite source of healing. So if you are experiencing ailments and diseases and all these things, it's because you feel like you have a limit on what the infinite source is capable of doing, or you feel like you have a limited worthiness, because a lot of us are walking around feeling unworthy, and that's why you cannot heal, because there is somewhere in your subconscious mind, from more than likely, like I always say, childhood, those years from 0 to 7 are the years where everything is instilled. We're soaking up everything that we see, we hear, we think. Let's think about it from this way. when a baby is born, why we love babies so much? Why do you love babies? Because guess what? They're so innocent, and they don't have any of these preconceived notions and thoughts and all these things. They're just living. They are always in the present moment. They know innately that they are unlimited. That's why, what do? They jump off of things and they touch things and they do things. But what do? We instill our fears in them. What do we say? Oh no, don't do that. Oh no, this is that. And again, there is a caution, of course, with certain things, and then we have to gear them. But a lot of times we are projecting our fears and our limited thoughts and belief upon them. So then as they grow up, and again through this hypnagogical stage from 0 to 7, they're listening to everything. They're listening to, so when you're on the phone and you're talking about, oh, I'm not this, and we can't do this, and I'll never do this, and you're speaking negatively about you, they're sitting there and they're just sucking it up like a sponge. And you don't even realize that you are putting your impressions upon this being that is so open. And this being that has no idea that it can be limited in any type of way. Are you guys understand? Is this resonating with you? Let me know if this is resonating, because I really, really need everyone to grasp this understanding. So again, babies are born, they free as a bird, doing everything, jumping and jumping and touching, and they're fearless. They're fearless because remember, they're just coming in from the source of understanding that they are unlimited. They have all the power. They are powerful. They are magical. They know this innately until we as adults that have become limited in our own thoughts and minds start projecting these limited beliefs into these babies' minds. So again, a lot of diseases and ailments, some people say that are, hereditary, are only because we have been introduced to those thoughts. If we were to pour into these babies, and that's why I tell all the new moms and dads out there that are about to birth these new beings, into this dimension, be very, very mindful about what you speak over that being, about what you speak to that young energy, because that is going to shape that being into the adult that they're going to become. So going back to the passage, we see that there can be no limit to the power to heal other than the limit of our ability to conceive that power as healing. What we conceive, what we know, is what is. Very simple. So if you know that you are all powerful, if you know that you are made perfect, because you are made perfect when you came here. You were perfect. Again, until it says the next sentence. We are limited not by principle, but by our ability to conceive perfection. And a lot of us is like, what do you mean? I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. Because what do we learn? That's like a quote that's used amongst the community. That you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Says who? Says who? That is a perspective. You know what I'm saying? That is a perspective that someone else laid out for you. Who told you that you weren't perfect? Why can't you be perfect? Why? Because someone else said so? Again, someone else's limited beliefs, someone else's limited thoughts, someone else's concept of themselves. Because at the end of the day, you are. Because you chose this vessel, you chose all your experiences, you chose everything before you came into this vessel to which, and in this 3D dimension where you forgot who you are, because that is the journey. The journey is to rediscover thyself when we come here. That's the beauty in it. To master this dimension, to master this vessel, which has all its own feelings and things that happen to it on its own. But all of it at the end of the day is a projection of our intellect, what we put in here. So if you say, I am made perfect, I am healthy, I am healed, I am whole, And that is your affirmation daily. And you take that in and you understand that you are worthy. You are worthy of healing. You are worthy of peace in your spirit, because your soul, your super consciousness knows exactly who you are. And so it gives you clues. But again, if we're closed in here, we're not open to receive. We're not open to understand that we are this perfection. You understand? You are perfect. I'm sorry, this light looked like it was going away. Okay, there it is. We're back. So, moving on. Our thought can bring out a condition as perfect as we can conceive. I'm going to read that again. Our thought can bring out a condition as perfect as we can conceive. Your thoughts. You are, again, as perfect as you say you are. You are as wealthy as you say you are. You are as wealthy as you think you are. Everything is what you think and what you can visualize and what you speak. Everything is energy. So I tell people, what are you thinking? And again, this is why I'm asking you guys to really put effort into getting your jars and placing a penny in the jar every time you have a negative thought. I don't care how small it is. It could just be like, I said it last week. People walk around and be like, I'm so stupid. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. Oh, that was dumb. That's a negative thought. You're speaking that over you. Or be like, I'll never be able to do this. I'll never have this and I'll never have that. Negative, negative, negative. So that's what you're putting out in the universe. The universe is like, okay, he or she said that they're never going to have it. Done. She's never going to heal. Done. He's never going to heal. Done. Oh, everyone is getting this. Oh, everyone is sick. Oh, they're saying that this is this. Done, done, done. You have to understand that God, again, the universe, the absolute, the all, answers everything that you seek, everything that you ask. That's how this universal energy works. The law of attraction. That's how it works. And when people understand that that is exactly what is happening, your life will change. Your life will change. Because then you will have an understanding that, oh my gosh, my thoughts really do create my reality. What I speak really does create my reality. All that you see is a projection of a thought one day. Because it's all energy. So, moving on. Our thought is the most godlike, we will be the best healer. It says, therefore, the man whose thought is the most godlike would be the best healer. Because what? God is perfect. Right? There is no ailments. There is no diseases. There is nothing that is not of love in God. Nothing. So that's where this self-love has to come in. And that's why it is so important for you to let go of the past. Stop guilting and shaming yourself and again blaming yourself and victimizing yourself over and over and over and over again of something that happened long ago. I don't even care if it was yesterday. It's still the past. It's still the past, and it needs to be let go of. Like that. Because you cannot change it. You cannot change what has already happened. You can't. You can't. And it's just that simple. It's like, okay, you know what? All I can do is move forward. All I can do is remember who I am, what source that I'm drawing from, and keep it moving. Again, the man whose thoughts, or woman, or I say the one whose thought is the most godlike, the truest, the highest, the most noble, the most complete, the most peaceful, will be the best healer, because their thought reflects a greater perfection. The perfection. The perfection. I'm going to say it again. The perfection. Everybody say it with me. All those that are watching. Say, the perfection. I am unlimited. Say it. I am unlimited. Say, I draw from an unlimited source. I draw daily from an unlimited power. Therefore, I am an unlimited power. Yes. I want you guys to say that every time where you, again, have those negative thoughts or you're thinking negatively about any circumstance, any situation that you are in. I want you to understand and say, I am perfect because I draw from perfection. I draw from an unlimited power. I draw from an unlimited source. Yes? Yes? Can I get an ashe from somebody? Can I get an ashe? Let me know that you guys are understanding and this is resonating with you. So it says, when thought reaches a higher degree of perfection, it will bring out a still greater development as the race consciousness unfolds and evolves. It's all about that evolution of self. Getting that mind right. Hashtag get your mind right. When your mind is right, everything will follow. All the situations that you're in, if you tell yourself differently, you have a different conversation, you change the conversation. That's what I learned. Again, I studied under Yogananda and I read his autobiography. And there were so many things. And again, you know, it's funny how we go to these schools of thought or whatever, you know, whether you're Muslim or Christian or Baptist, and we learn about all these miracles that these beings, these fleshly, mind you, beings created, but yet and still we separate ourselves from those beings as if they aren't us when they are. Those beings were just reflections. So to help you to understand that you too can be that. You too can do those very same miracles. Again, I read in Yogananda's autobiography, Mahasaya and Yukishawa and Yogananda can manifest like that with their mind. There was a feast, you know, one day, and everyone's like, we want to eat on gold plates and we want to have the best food. And he thought it, and it was there. And again, we want to disassociate ourselves like, okay, well, that was them because they were this powerful being and they were from God. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? What do you think you are? You're from the same source. They were no different than you. It was their mind. It was their mind that was different. They changed the conversation. They took the time to go within to understand who they are. They took the time to seek the clarity because that's what I did. I had to go within, and I kept going within, and you demand from the source because it is your birthright. It is your birthright to experience bliss in this 3D dimension. To have the best life, to enjoy the best of everything in this dimension. It is your birthright. And when you understand that, and when you speak this, that I am worthy, I am deserving of all that I desire. Because I came here to fulfill a purpose. I came here to be self-aware, to be self-determined, to self-identify. When you understand that, I'm telling you the things that will unfold. Do you know how many things that I have manifested? I've manifested like money because I thought I've manifested buildings. I'm like, you know what? I wish they had like an icy place here in Inglewood. Boom. What happened? There was an icy place. I forgot what the name of that gym is. Well, anyway, it's a gym that was here. And I was like, CrossFit. Thank you. I'm like, we need a CrossFit gym. We need a CrossFit gym here. Next thing I know, they're building a CrossFit gym. I'm like, you know what? I need money. I need to pay this. I need to pay this bill. Boom. Here comes this loan that comes out of nowhere. And I get approved. It's like when you understand that, again, you are an unlimited being. And you draw from an unlimited source. And you are, again, flexible. And you just flowing. And you are allowing these situations and experiences to come to you so that you can grow and evolve. And so that you can unlock here. The magic will just come. Let me see what time it is because okay. It's 12:30. So it's time to choose the self-mastery card for this week. But I really do encourage you guys to get that book. And again, I'm always open, for discussion. Any questions you guys have, feel free to drop them at any time. I am here for you. This is, fulfilling my purpose, and I love to assist. And, I'm all about that love and sharing of love and bliss and joy and all that beautiful, wonderful stuff. So get out your pen and your pad so that we can talk about what is the self-mastery tool for this week. Woo! My angels and spirit guides, what do we need to focus on for this week? What do we need to focus on for this week? I love, when I tell you that, I said this last week, that when the angels and my ancestors speak to me and we're on one accord, I love it. Because guess what this week's self-mastery tool is? What did I just finish talking about in Science of Mind? Farsightedness is this week's tool. Farsightedness. And it reads, I make sure my vision is not limited to what seems to be in front of me. As a master, my eyes are always open for the long-term consequences of action. Read that again. I make sure my vision is not limited to what seems to be in front of me. As a master, my eyes are always open for the long-term consequences of action. And most people feel like as soon as I said the word consequences, like some of you like, yeah, see the consequences of the action. But guess what? There's two sides to that action, right? There's two sides of consequences. So if you put out positive energy and positive thoughts, guess what the consequences of that is? Manifestation of all that you desire, manifestation of all that you want, manifestation of all that is rightfully yours to receive in this life. Yes? So, if you make sure that your vision is not limited to what seems to be in front of you. Because guess what? All of this is an illusion, and all of this is a projection of many thoughts, including your own. I've read in several books of the gurus where there has been instances where they'd be like, you know what? I need money. And there was one incident, I know someone personally who literally their doorbell rang, and it was a person that handed them an envelope for $5,000 saying, the angels heard you. Here you go. And that person just walked away. We need to get to that level because it is possible. And that moment, if any of you had that thought, as soon as I told that story, like, yeah, okay, that's the issue right there. That is the issue right there. Because in that instant, you're like, why? Why can't it be? Why can't it be? Because you think it cannot. Your mind, you have not reprogrammed your mind well enough to know that it is possible. Again, you go to your, whether it's your synagogue, your temple, your church, all the time, listening to the miracles, listening to what seems to be impossible, but you believe it. You believe it in those instances. Why? Because again, you have separated yourself from this being, like as if this being is above you and that you're not the same being. Jesus was a man of flesh. You're a man and a woman of flesh. But it's because he knew the source from which he was drawing from was unlimited and powerful, and that source was in him. All of the gurus, all of the miracle workers, all of the healers, again, in any school of thought that you admire or reverence, they were of the flesh. The only difference between you and them It's their mindset. They were there to show you that you can do it too. Just know who you are. Just know who you are, Soul Tribe. Make sure your vision is not limited to what seems. It says what seems to be in front of you. It's your perception. It's your perspective. It always is. If you can see the miracle, you can be the miracle. If you can think the miracle, it shall be. Be it, see it, think it, visualize it. As a master, my eyes are always open for the long-term consequences of action. So again, if you gearing up yourself with a whole bunch of negative thoughts and negative feelings and negative actions, yeah, be ready for the reciprocity of that energy that you're putting out. So I told you, many of you are on the hamster wheel, been running for life for years, and wondering why you cannot get off this wheel and why your circumstances haven't changed, and you feel like that somebody got something out against you. No, 9 times out of 10, it's us. Because it was me too. I was on that hamster wheel for years, running for dear life, trying to figure out why was God against me? Why do these things keep happening to me? Why? And I know our angels and spirit guides and ancestors just be sitting back like, if only they could understand. If only they remembered who they are and took the time to go within and stop looking for all these external sources to create your happiness and to bring you, your peace and your serenity and your joy and your happiness. I was in a group, shout out to Lulu, and she does a Friday conversations, and I was in that group, and they were talking about the difference between joy and happiness, and I had to explain to them that happiness is having moments of things that make you happy, things that make you smile, things that make you feel good, just moments. But joy is internal. Joy is everlasting. Joy is being able to smile through all circumstances, all situations, all obstacles, all experiences. That's joy. That's joy. Man, they're like, you know what? Okay, there's another challenge. Let's see. Am I going to respond or I'm going to react? Difference between peace and calm. Again, peace is having those moments of stillness in certain situations. Calm is innate. That's a constant. That's being able to stay like this through everything. And you're like, okay. All right. Because you have to know that you are well protected. You are protected. You are covered at all times. So there's no need for worry and stress and anxiety. And again, because we have been programmed this from 0 to 7 years young, from what we heard our parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles and everyone in those institutions, known as schools and things like that, what we heard, it's like that molded our thinking. And so now we're talking about years and years and years. So like myself, I'm 41 years young. You had to reprogram all of those years and days and minutes and seconds of having these thoughts and this mindset. So it may take a little time, but it only takes as much time as you allow it. That's the other thing as well. So if you decide like it's going to take me forever to do this and then that's exactly what's going to be. But if you make a decision and say, you know what, I am detaching from what no longer serves me. I am detaching from the past, because guess what? It is just that. I can't change it. It's over. It's done. Forgive yourself. Let it go. Speak to it and say, you know what, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you, and let it go. I was practicing Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian ritual. It's actually really, really good for, working on your shadow aspect of yourself. But it is all about forgiveness. Forgiving whatever, whomever, whenever. Speaking to it and really detaching from it because it don't serve you. It's only creating, like I said, that negative energy within you that you really don't want. Because you can't manifest in that type of energy. Well, you can, but it's not going to be what you want. Unless you transmute that energy and, bring it upward. So, yeah. Make sure your vision is not limited, Soul Tribe. Because what seems is not. It isn't is. It's just what seems. It's just what you think it is. And your eyes is always open for the consequences of your actions. So if your actions is pure and your actions is sweet and your actions is pleasant and your actions is blissful and your actions is positive, you can smile because all that good stuff is coming right on back to you. Yes? Checking my time again, checking my time. Okay. So let's find out what power do we have for this week? Power. Let's see, what is the power for this week? What do we have the power to do? Oh, we're back to cooperate. Power to cooperate. And it reads, I cooperate with myself by sustaining hope, seeing myself as a soul with qualities of peace, love, and wisdom. I dispel doubt. The power to cooperate is an eternal quality within me. I trust myself, for I have a true and pure heart. Again, don't you love it when it resonates? Don't you love it when synchronicity happens? When you align, this is what happens. When you open yourself up and you clear out all that other mess, Spirit speaks to you. The angels speak to you. Your ancestors speak to you. And you have the power to cooperate. Cooperate with yourself. Cooperate with the universal energy. Cooperate with the source, the unlimited power, the unlimited being. I cooperate with myself by sustaining hope. I don't really like the word hope too much because I feel like hope, breeds doubt. So I'm going to say knowing. I cooperate with myself by sustaining what I know. What I know. Seeing myself as a soul, because that's what we are, with qualities of peace. I'm going to say calm. Love, infinite love, and wisdom, divine wisdom. I dispel doubt. Dispel it. Let it go. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist because we're drawing from the infinite source and the infinite power. So there's no doubt. The power to cooperate is an eternal. Eternal. What does eternal mean? Everlasting, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It's an eternal quality within me. And I say, you guys, do the affirmation. All that I desire is within me. All that I desire, all that I need is within me. I trust myself, for I have a true and pure heart. Is your heart pure? Is it true? Are you a loving being? Do you project love in all instances, in all ways? Are you non-judgmental? Because that's another one, And again, you see that finger I was pointing like, there's some things I'm still flowing through. I tell people, if you're still here on this side of the dimension, that means you're still growing. I tell people all the time, a master teacher is always a master student. We're constantly learning. We're constantly evolving. That's the beauty of being here. So we have to get rid of judgments. Because that person that you're judging, especially again, if they're in your vicinity or they come across your way, is a reflection of you. Or what could be if you don't change your thoughts and your way of being. If you see everyone as an extended source of you, it will change the way that you treat others. It will. Because at the end of the day, we are a circumstance and an obstacle away from being that very being that we judge and we speak about and we talk about. Trust me. You ever had an instance where you talked about somebody so much and all of a sudden something happened to you? Yeah, it has happened to me. It has happened to me over the course of my journey, most definitely. And I was like, you know what? I was talking about that person, and here I go, ending up in the same, because you focused on it, and what you focus on grows always. So cooperate, trust yourself, and if you know your heart isn't pure and it isn't true, you gotta work on that. Work on that. Dispel doubt. Always operate from a place of love, wisdom, and responding. And respond. Don't react. It's helpful. And let's see with the virtue. I always say virtual. It's because I'm over here. Shout out to Inglewood Virtual Recreation again for this beautiful platform. Beautiful platform. Grateful to Merle and my sister who I love, Janelle Johnston. That sister is doing big things in Inglewood, and I love her. Love her. And grateful for her. Her soul is just, is a beautiful. It's so beautiful. So shout out to Janelle. And enthusiastic is the virtue for this week. A builder of dreams and ideas, I bring life to projects and tasks. A builder. You are a builder of your dreams and ideas. Yes. You bring life to projects and tasks. Ashe. Be that builder. Build. Visualize. Make it happen. Draw that to you. By changing again your mind and your thoughts. And all of that good stuff. Woo! Can we get another inhale, exhale? Can we do that again? Let's go. Let's inhale deep. Let's inhale all of that good stuff that we just found out today. Inhale healing. Inhale your power. Inhale the source. Unhale. I've got words all mixed up. Inhale that you are an unlimited being. Inhale love. Inhale wisdom. Are we ready? Here we go. Inhale it. And exhale. Awesome. Beautiful. I think our time is up once again. I love these moments. To share with you guys. I just realized I didn't put on Grandpa's glasses today, but I could actually see without them. Woo. Maybe I'm working on that, visualizing me to have better vision. So, but don't forget, go out. The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. Get this book. Read up, because it is fantastical in all of its essence. And again, if you guys missed any portion of this video earlier, you can watch it back again on Inglewood you get my words together. Inglewood Virtual Recreation. Or go on over to my YouTube channel, because I definitely need you guys' support. Please subscribe, like, and share. Share, because someone else needs to hear this message just as you decided that you needed to tune in today. YouTube channel, Summer Solstice, SUMERSOULSTICE over at YouTube. And again, if you are looking for a more private, personal session, I can definitely help you to peel back those layers and to help you to see all those things that are probably still holding you back from being able to manifest at your greatest level. And you can do that over at www.solstice.com. Click under services and click on Inspire and Empower session. This has been peaceful and wonderful as always. I love you guys. Go forth. Send me a picture of those jars. And remember, farsightedness, your vision. Remember, you have the power to cooperate, see clearly, draw upon the infinite source, because that source is in you. Peace, love, and light.